Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. I hope everybody's well. So I literally feel like we have woke up and we're in the fucking Twilight Zone. You have this on my way to my mom and my grandma's right now, and then I have to go back to Kenosha. My mom lives in Milwaukee, and my grandma does, but then I have to go back to Kenosha right away. And my mother-in-law is having a big barbecue with the family, so I figure I don't really have time to sit down and do a video, but it's sticking in my throat so bad. So you got this mayor of Seattle that is basically, I watched a video this morning with her, and then the governor of Washington. I mean, how is it that the mayor, because Trump said, if you guys don't get this under control, I'm going to call in the army, and I'll take control. And this wicked bitch is saying, oh, he can't do that. That's illegal. But it's legal for you, for these governors of these states. It's legal for them to not recognize our constitutional rights or our civil rights. It's legal for you guys to do that and not let us peaceably assemble and going after our Second Amendment and so on and so on. That's legal. It's not legal. It's illegal. So how can you? They are so hypocritical, and they contradict themselves all the time. But how is it that this broad can say, "Oh, it's illegal for the president to come in here with military troops," but it's not illegal for you guys to tell us that we can't peaceably assemble and we can't do this and we can't do that? That's okay. Does that make any fucking sense? I don't think so. Excuse my language, and then anyway, so the stuff that happened in Atlanta last night. There's people. This one guy tweeted out something. This young kid. Oh, they had no right doing that. He wasn't doing anything. He was going about his business. Well, the reality of it is he fell asleep in the drive-thru, and they called the cops, the employees at Wendy's, which is pretty interesting because I'm not accusing those people, but I could almost, I won't even say I'll guarantee, but it would be funny if some of the employees that were working at Wendy's want to abolish the police departments, but when they couldn't get this guy to move his car because there were multiple cars behind him, who did they call? The cops, the police department, the same people that they want to abolish and disband. I believe defunding, cops, not the cop, but some of the police departments, if you're going to put it into organizations that really need it, so on and so on. So I'm not for abolishing or disbanding police departments. I think that's so foolish. You want to talk about complete mayhem. But, and I was unaware, but New York City has a police department budget I believe every year. $6 billion. Yeah, with a B. $6 billion. That's a lot. And I understand they have the largest police department, in the nation and so on. And they have their issues there. But anyway, so the thing is this guy that tweeted, oh, this guy wasn't doing anything, so on and so on. No, he was resisting. There's another video out there where he was resisting with two police officers, and the kid grabbed one of the cop's tasers and took off running, and the cop was chasing him. And the kid, on the parking lot video from the Wendy's, they did show the kid did turn, like, he didn't turn around, but he put his arm back to fire the taser at the cop. And the cop smoked him, which I don't agree with. The police officer was wrong. His life wasn't in danger. I mean, it's a taser. And the reason why I say that is I've been tased. And that's why there's people. All cops are bad. No, they're not, man. I've had, and I'm not a felon. Anybody that watches my videos knows I have a carry conceal. Knows I'm pro guns. We have a lot of guns. And, we're kind of preppers, I guess. You can put us in that category. So I've been tased. It hurts. I guess, I don't know. But I wasn't convicted. The cop was overzealous, but I didn't comply to his demands. Yeah, my mouth can get me in trouble, and that's why I try not to go on Facebook too much, because I don't want a red flag law against me. I had a buddy, Travis Landry. I did a video, or I posted a picture on Facebook, and I rarely go on Facebook for that reason. And I said, if you notice any of these scumbags haven't broken in or looted or ransacked any Home Depots, Lowe's, Menards, any hardware stores, because they don't want to work. No work boots were stolen. Only Jordans and Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and ridiculous, right? So, anyways, so a buddy of mine reached out. He's like, well, I guess we're no longer friends according to him, but he said he was offended and that rioting and looting is part of their trauma. What? Rioting and looting is part of their trauma. Interesting. Like I said, I've had my stint with the law enforcement. I mean, I've been arrested for 3 counts of attempted murder for defending myself or defending my mother's house. I was let off, or not let off, but I was found innocent. I've been, I don't have any felonies, but I've had my stint with the law, with law enforcement, and I don't wear it like a badge of honor. I'm just saying, I've been there with overzealous and cops that use excessive force. Although I deserved it. So, anyways, this kid that got smoked for taking a taser and went to go shoot the cop, the cop's wrong. But the looters or the rioters or the protesters, they burned down the Wendy's where this all happened. Well, that's wrong. The cop was wrong, but you guys were wrong. What did Wendy's have to do with any of it? And like I said, I mean, you guys called the cops. So, I don't know. It's just, that's why I feel like I woke up in the freaking Twilight Zone, man. And then Bill Gates, Stephen Ben-Noon from Israeli News Live did a video on Bill Gates in India. He had administered, I don't know if he personally did it, but he sponsored it. He administered polio shots to kids, and a little over 495,000 kids are now cripples because of this. Now, this is the same guy that's pushing vaccinations on us, and Trump, which shame on him. I don't think he's the same Trump that I voted for. He's trying to do this vaccination shit this vaccination stuff with warp speed, and I don't like. So these people that say, I won't take the vaccination. I won't. I mean, I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite as well, because I wore a mask at the VA twice to get my MRI and to get a steroid shot and steroids injected in my shoulder. I still have that pinched nerve and that pop bicep. So it's not, I'm not, open the window and thank this dude. So anyways, I'm not, so I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite, because I wore a mask. Even I can make the excuse that, hey, it's because, I mean, I do believe, and it's probably because I'm kind of a hypocrite when I said I would never wear a mask. But I guess I am a hypocrite because I said I would never wear a mask. But then I try to justify it by, well, it's a hospital and it's a sterile environment. No, it's because I was in pain and I needed to get something to take the pain away. So I'm a hypocrite at the end of the day, I guess. Well, a lot of these people that are talking about the vaccinations are the same people that are saying, well, where's this dude going at? Oh, okay. Just going down this alley by my mom's house. So I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite, but the same people that are talking about, they won't wear a mask either or take the vaccination are the same people that are actually wearing masks at work, and they just, I have to wear a mask because I have to work and I have to get money for my family. Well, What are you going to do when it comes time to somebody saying, you have to take this vaccination? Oh, I won't take it. Well, why is that different? Well, because I won't take the mark of the beast, but you're going to have to feed your family, right? You are going to have to feed your family. And you're going to tell yourself, oh man, so you may take the vaccine. And I'm not digging on you, because that's your right. I mean, that's crazy. So I don't know what I would do. Like I said, I did a video on it where I was at a truck stop, and it's over in Casablanca, New Mexico, on I-40, Interstate I-40 in New Mexico. The mile marker 108. If you're a semi driver, they have cheap fuel there at the Indian truck stop right there. Anyways, so the thing is if you seatbelt them over here, and the reason why I was doing the videos because I thought I'd be done by now, but I like to talk a lot. So I when I went in, she said, and I had already paid for the fuel, and I was looking for my receipt, and she said, you need a mask to come in. And I said, I'm not wearing a mask. And then I needed my receipt, so I ended up putting my shirt over my face and going inside. And she said, that's not a mask. I said, well, what's your definition of a mask? This is a mask, and I wasn't a mask. So I guess I technically didn't wear a mask, but that's a hypocrite side of me, right? So anyways, but I have not gone into Verizon. I haven't gone into a Menards. The other day I went to go get my hair cut at Sports Clips, and the gal says, do you have a mask? I said, no. She started digging in there. I said, oh, hell no, I'm not wearing a mask. So I won't wear a mask if in a situation like that but like I said, at the VA I did a video on it. But so am I a hypocrite? Yeah, I guess I am. But how are you going to do this vaccination thing? Because Trump's doing this thing warp speed now, and they're still saying it's not mandatory. But with the microchipping and the tracing, if you don't have it, just like if you go to work and you have it and they say, well, where are your papers for your vaccination? Well, I'm not taking my vaccination. Okay, go home. You're laid off without pay, or you're fired, right? And then what are you going to say? The same people that said, oh, I have to wear a mask, it's mandatory at work, but I still have to pay my bills and I have to support my family. What are you going to do then? If you go to work and your work tells you, and the vaccinations have all, been out there for a minute, and you still haven't gotten a vaccination, and when you go to work and your work says, well, where's your proof of you taking a vaccination? Oh, I'm not taking a vaccination. Well, bye. We'll see you later. What are you going to say then? If you're saying to yourself, and I'm like I said, I'm not digging on you. Like I said, I'm a hypocrite myself because I needed to go to the VA. So I'm a hypocrite if I said I would never wear a mask. But I also did a video on it because I'm very transparent, about as transparent as you can get. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You are going to probably take the vaccination. Because if you are wearing, and I did a video on anybody being forced to do, or anybody that's forced from their job to take, that's required or has to wear a mask mandatory from your job. Well, OSHA has rules on that. OSHA has rules. I looked it up. And OSHA pretty much is pretty straight across the board nationwide. But OSHA tells you that those masks that you are required to wear are making it mandatory for you to wear. God, I hate that tooth. I feel like I'm missing a damn tooth or it's dead. Anyways, I hate that freaking tooth. Anyways, so if you are required by law, not by law, but by your work, it's mandatory to wear a mask. I did a video on OSHA regulations. OSHA says that those paper masks, anything but an N95 mask or a respirator, are the only things that are acceptable. Because carbon dioxide is more dangerous to you than actually this COVID smokescreen. Carbon dioxide, if you're wearing a mask all day, every day, and you are you're breathing more carbon dioxide, it's actually, and look at my videos. I did one. I researched it. I printed it all up. I've read it. It's very unhealthy. And I'm not the guy that's, oh yeah, it's just unhealthy. I showed the proof. Why? I mean, it can cause heart disease. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Is it a little dramatic on it? Yeah, maybe, but so is wearing a mask. I think that's freaking dramatic. I think that's fucking ridiculous. So, but anyway, so back to the thing. So if you're required to wear a mask at work, so you can work and pay for your house and your car and your food, what are you going to do? And what am I going to do if I go? I mean, we have, a lot of the guys and gals that are preppers or whatever, you have ample supply of food just like we do. But come on, man, it's going to run out eventually. So what are you going to do when your food runs out? Or not when it runs out, but when you go into work and they say, where's your proof of your vaccination? Like your social security card or something, right? So so they're going to say, well, where's your, damn it. I got a whitehead right here when I shaved and ingrown hair. It's bothering me. Anyways, so what are you going to do? Take the vaccination probably? I'm just saying, like I said, I'm not digging on you because I'm digging on myself as well. What am I going to do? But I'm self-employed and I drive semi-coast to coast and we have a small trucking company. But when it comes to, damn it. So when it comes to being a hypocrite, we're all hypocritical, it seems like. I don't know what I'm going to do. If I have to go to a shipper or a receiver and then they say, where's your vaccination papers? And they, you don't have one, right? Okay. Well, then you can't come in here. We can't unload you. Or we can't load you. Then what am I going to do? I don't know, man. I'm saying that I'm not going to take it, but I don't know. Who knows? So, like I said, we need to fight this now, man, because I hate this. I'm sorry, guys. It's gross. Ingrown hair. Anyways, so what are we going to do? So, like I said, I've probably had about 20 people call me now. My number is 414-477-7845 because I'm trying to just organize people. Not a militia or anything. Like I said in my other videos, going against the government, I'm not trying to do that because that's basically like taking a slingshot and pointing a slingshot at a car going 80 miles an hour at you. If you release that wrist rocket or a slingshot and you're taking a ball bearing or a rock, all you're going to do is dent or maybe crack the windshield. You're going to do no real damage. Just like that's my analogy of it, how you would go up against the government. We're not doing that. We're just trying to make a group so we can, I'm sorry, guys. That's rude. But not, it's kind of like when you get that cut in your mouth and you take your tongue and you're like, and you just keep going at it because it's new. That's how I'm doing this right now, so I apologize. But anyways, so what are we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. So go to Stephen Ben Noon's, and it's a video he did today, but the first half of it is the Atlanta shooting and the burning down of the Wendy's. And then after that, then it comes out with about Bill Gates and the polio vaccinate or administering the polio shots or vaccination or whatever in India. And I was wondering why the Indian people were in such an uproar against Bill Gates, because I was like, what happened? Well, according to, and Stephen Ben Noon's got the article and everything, but according to the articles, there are a little over 495,000 kids that are now crippled because of that. What's going to happen to us? And then, like I said in one of my videos, that they're tracking everybody's phones. Obviously, people put the little, piece of tape over the lens, or over your camera, because you think that Big Brother's watching you. We already know our phones are listening to us. I have a lot of proof on that. I think I did a video on it. But anyways, so go there, you'll see everything in black and white. And by them tracking everybody's phones, and I did a video on that where, if you are going to go to these protests or whatever, don't bring your phone because they're tracking them. And they're going to come up and say, oh, you were here at this particular time, and there was a person with the smokescreen virus in the store that you were looting or in the group that you were protesting with. So you now have to go to this monkey cage and go in that cage, monkey, because at the end of the day, we're all monkeys, right? Do this, monkey, do that, monkey, do this, monkey, and myself included. So the thing is they are going, and even piece of shit Governor Cuomo in New York said, oh yeah, well, you know, the people that live in the impoverished areas in this zip code, you know, that's where the, you know, the majority, that's where the smoke screen's gonna multiply or advance or whatever he said, but basically digging on impoverished people. So I don't agree with, but that could go right along with the video I did on they're tracking your phone. Don't bring it to a fucking protest. You're an idiot. If you believe that the government is listening to your phone and it can, if you cover up your little lens, because you see in all these on all the news clips and everything, people taking selfies and this and hey, ooh. And so I would almost guarantee that 99% of the people had their phones with them. So I wouldn't say you're an idiot. Well, yeah, you kind of are an idiot because if you think that, or if you assume or you know that Big Brother's listening to you, why would you take your phone with you if you're... So at first I thought for a second that the protest riots and so on and so forth were to get us away from the COVID thing and to do this and to do that. But obviously now Trump's talking about warp speed and the vaccinations and everything. It's scary times, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight tooth and nail for it. And I will probably die. And I'm okay with that because I'll go to the Holy Land. But I'm not, you know, I'm not going to be pushed around, basically. And I'm not saying, you know, this and that or, I mean, I guess I am saying this or that. Well, what is that really? I'm not saying this or that, but you kind of are saying this and that. But if I don't know, who knows what's going to happen, man. So, it's just crazy, man. And I'm not afraid to die. I'm not. I am worried about how I will die. I wouldn't want to, you know, suffocate or drown. Everybody would just like to go in your sleep, right? But anyways, you know, there's JK Bugout did a video on somebody had gotten shot or something, some lady or something. She said it wasn't that bad. I don't know, but oh yeah, that's not that bad. Let's just all get shot. But I don't know. Now I'm just rambling on, but I don't know. I hope this video finds you guys well. I got to get up, see my mom. I got to get going. But anyways, I hope this video finds you guys well. I don't really know if it was that informative, but check out, Stephen Ben-Noon's channel, Israeli News Live. And like I said, about halfway through the video is when he gets into the Bill Gates thing. So check it out because it's pretty concerning. And you'll hear the polio vaccinations and the 495,000 kids that are crippled now. And that's the reason for the video is that. So anyways, I hope this video finds you well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.